venturing into and finding out a little bit more about Luton Foodbank. So, firstly, Siti Yasmin, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Inspire FM.
Welcome, Salam. Thank you for having me.
Firstly, in regards to your role at Luton Foodbank, would you like to introduce the listeners as to what you do at Luton Foodbank?
So I'm the community engagement coordinator at Luton Foodbank, and what I do is I go to loads of schools and I do assemblies on upcoming projects and campaigns such as Harvest. We've got our Luton Smiles event coming up at the moment, and I'm here to talk a bit more about our food club that we're running and the essential skills workshops.
Excellent, excellent, inshallah. So, Luton Food Club, you mentioned. So, what is a Luton Foodbank Food Club?
So the food club helps people who are struggling but might not be able to get help from the food bank anymore. It's a donation of £5 and members can choose 15 items, enough to last them through a week.
So how does that work? So say, for example, so Food Bank, firstly, just to explain to the listeners, you have to qualify. It's not for everybody. This is where sometimes a lot of people ask the question, can the service be abused? Can it be a situation where people who don't need it can actually abuse the service? And it can't be, because there's a vetting process. There's actually a whole check-in process. So alhamdulillah, it's a really good setup that Luton Food Bank has. If somebody doesn't quite qualify for Luton Foodbank for the help, so for the food parcels, as they normally do, and we obviously normally mention the number of food parcels that go out on a weekly basis, then they have something called a Food Bank Food Club. So you mentioned they pay a membership fee of £5, and with that, what help can they get?
So they can choose up to 15 food items. So the food club is for people who have exceeded the food bank on universal credit. It could be for students that are short on money, pensioners, asylum seekers, people who are homeless. To be honest, we're here for anyone who needs an extra bit of help.
Excellent. So, food bank. So, where does the food club take place? Is this a particular location, or?
So it's online, and what it is if you are interested in joining the food club, you can give us a ring on the food bank number, and we will set you up with that. It's an online form that we submit, and then you collect it from a location that we let you know.
So online wise, the individual can actually choose the items that they want online.
Yeah, there's a choice, and you can pick 15 items from it.
Excellent, excellent. So listeners, hope that's clear for you guys. So for those of you who have either exhausted the actual parcels option, because obviously even with the parcels, so remind me, so food parcels, they're able to get that twice a year, is it? Or
no, it's 5 times in a year. But there are some people who have exceeded it. If their circumstances haven't changed, we can extend it from 5 to 10, for example. But it all depends on your situation. We have an advisor who speaks to them, and we find out a little bit more about their situation. And if they do need an extra bit of support, we do continue with the food bank. But if we want to teach them a bit more about independence, we do move them onto the food club.
excellent, excellent. That sounds really good, mashallah. So listeners, that is actually a really good way of providing extra support, but without, of course, being too much, of course, of a burden on the food bank itself, because of course they've got the food parcels going out on a daily basis, and the parcels increasing on a daily basis, as well as the need out there is increasing, unfortunately, and the problems that people are facing. If you do require the food bank, one thing that I would definitely like to mention at this point is please, please, please do not suffer in silence. Please reach out. Please ask for the Luton Food Bank's help, whether it's food bank, whether it's, of course, other help that you need. There's lots of help available in our community, so please do reach out. Contact Inspire FM if you wish to do so. Contact Luton Food Bank directly. Lots of organizations out there that are able to help you guys, inshallah ta'ala, if you are suffering. So food bank, the food club sounds really good, mashallah. Is there a particular website people can actually contact to find out more information about the food club?
There is a food club website. I'll send it to you later on, and if someone's interested, I can send you the details. Or if you go onto the Luton Foodbank website, and at the top, if you type in food club, you can get some more information about that.
Excellent, excellent. So go check out the Luton Foodbank website, and it is all there. And again, we mentioned how this is different from, of course, the food bank itself. These are not the general food parcels that you would get. You got the adult parcels, you got the child parcels, you got additional parcels. All those items are all different. This is a separate service, which for £5 you can select. Was it up to 15 items?
15 items, yeah.
Up to 15 items, and this is all done online, and this is available for all those people out there who are struggling, but of course not either they are not they don't qualify for the food bank help, or they're in a position where they've used it more than 5 times, they've exhausted the use of the parcels that needs to go on to other people, and you can get help from the food club. Okay, moving on to the essential skills workshops. Explain to us what essential skills workshop are.
So they're friendly hands-on sessions that we run in schools, churches, community centres. It's usually over a coffee morning. And so we cover topics such as managing your money, there's smart shopping, cooking on a budget, growing your own fruits and vegetables, getting through winter, and looking after your health and well-being. I think personally they're great for building confidence and helping parents and families learn skills for everyday life.
And where do these take place?
So we bring them to you. So at the moment, we've got a lot of primary schools and high schools that have signed up for the essential skills workshops. So I come in for a coffee morning with parents. Most schools tend to choose about 9 a.m. While the parents drop their kids off, they pop in, they grab a cup of coffee, and they just sit and they listen about managing your own money. I feel like getting through winter at the moment is so important because everything is so expensive, and we want to teach them on how they can save their money.
Excellent, excellent. No, that sounds really good. So, how would a typical parent out there who's listening find out that these essential skills workshop are taking place in their child's school?
So it will be the school. So we're setting up meetings with schools at the moment, and then schools will have posters, leaflets out everywhere. So their parents will know that it is taking place.
Essential work skills shop. I think it's really, really important to attend these because, as Yasmin mentioned, it is extremely difficult out there. It's extremely expensive, and I think a lot of people are suffering, and hence why, of course, going into a problem of needing food bank, and then ultimately sometimes having a situation of having to choose between eating or heating, which in this of course cold winter that of course we're already experiencing, and it's only going to get worse. It's only November at the moment. It's not going to get any easier. So in regards the schools, do of course check out the schools, listeners. Check those, of course, parents out there listening. Speak to your schools. Find out, are there any food bank essential skills workshops taking place? And if they are, find out when they are. Sign up to them, join in, and you will get excellent, of course, advice from there. Is the content of the essential skills workshop available anywhere else that people can access the information rather than attending the workshop?
If you email on the Luton Foodbank email, you can reach out to me because I do run them at community centres as well. So if you can't make it at your child's school, or if you're not a parent and you still want to attend the workshops, we do run it in community centres. So if you reach out on the Luton Foodbank website and say that you're interested in the essential skills workshops, we're happy to come and deliver it with you.
Excellent, excellent. So please do that, guys. And I think what will be really good is if, say, for example, somebody's listening from some maybe a community center where there's maybe some masjid, anywhere particular where you think that you would it'd be valuable to have this at your location. And if you've got a group of people, if you've got maybe I don't know, sometimes even masjids run certain groups, and maybe a tea kind of a morning group on a Wednesday morning. I know Medina Masjid run it. So again, maybe you've got a handful of people there, and you're thinking it'll be helpful to have this kind of a workshop there for them. Contact Luton Foodbank, and I think it'll be really, really important to get involved with that. Once these workshops are arranged, whether it's the community centres, whether it's the schools, whether it's maybe in local masjids, whatever they may be, are they promoted on your website or social media anywhere where people can check for where these are taking place?
Yeah, we do. We put it on our website, and also for parents, I was going to say that once they do all 6, we actually give them a certificate that says that they have attended all the essential skills workshops. And I think for parents, it's a really nice thing to have as well.
Excellent, excellent. So listeners, do let me know if you have any questions on any of the stuff that Yasmin is talking about this morning regarding the Luton Foodbank Food Club and the Essential Skills Workshop. I think both very, very important services for the community, and inshallah ta'ala very helpful for everybody out there. Just finally with yourself, Sister Yasmin, how can people, the listeners, generally get involved or support you in doing this?
So if you want to support Luton Foodbank, you can always donate food, money, or even your time. Every bit helps us support more families in Luton. And if you or someone you know needs help, please do get in touch with us. We're here to listen and to help.
Excellent, excellent, inshallah. Sister Noor saying salam, hope all is well. Quick question, is Inspire from collecting food for Luton Foodbank? I think food-wise, generally, obviously, it's a bit difficult to have food upstairs in the studio. We don't have a massive space. But if you are planning to drop food off, there's a few masjids who are doing the food collections for Luton Foodbank, but also you can you can bring it actually on a Tuesday morning. If you bring it on a Tuesday morning, we have the Luton Foodbank team here. This is one of their distribution centers on a Tuesday. So if you do decide to bring food, if you bring it on a Tuesday morning, we can hand it over to the team and they can take it with them, so it's not here for too long, inshallah. Alternatively, do contact us and I can let you know where the warehouse is, and you can drop it off directly to the warehouse and we can liaise you with the team. But obviously with the food wise, what I would generally recommend is if you're doing it with a family, for example, if you're doing it in a school, if you're doing between a few different people, get together and do it rather than, of course, having individual people turning up and dropping food off. It makes it a lot easier. If like that, Brother Maqsood, for example, from Medina Masjid, he collates all the food together over about 2-3 week period and then gets a whole load, fills up his car and then goes down in one go. It makes it a lot easier, inshallah. Sister Yasmin, any final words to the listeners in regards, of course, the amazing stuff that you're currently doing? And as you mentioned, of course, what would be your kind of message, not only to those from a support perspective, but generally to those who may be in need?
I would say that times are tough and the prices are high, and many people, even those who are working, are struggling. So stuff like the food club and our workshops, it gives people hope, support, and it gives them practical help to make life a little bit easier.
Excellent. Thank you so much for those wise words, and Jazakallah khair for all that you do, inshallah. And hopefully, Luton Foodbank will be there to help and support for as long as it's needed. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Jazakallah khair. That was, of course, it's Yasmin from Luton Foodbank. Mashallah, amazing work that they're doing. Do support them. Do, of course, get involved, listeners.